All right, I don't know how many of you guys, know about this, but Michael Irvin is imploring that the Lions do right by Matthew Stafford. It was an article I seen that the 97 won the ticket. It was on a couple platforms as well too, but that's the ones I pay attention and know the most. And it goes on to say that, just reading the quotes, but make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. That's the best way to help out the channel. Don't forget you can check out my other channels, Goodfellas Sports TV, Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. And hopefully I can get the podcast started sometime next year. I got to make that a priority. But it says, however, I'm just read this article, this part of the article, then I'll read the quotes. However, the Lions proceed Hall of Fame wide receiver, NFL analyst Michael Irvin just wants the team to do right by Stafford. One of the quarterbacks Irvin drafted for his team in the 2015 Pro Bowl, Stafford wound up winning offensive MVP as Irvin's squad beat Chris Carter's. If it were up to Irvin, he'd keep Stafford and hire Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy. He quote, I always wondered, I don't care what anyone says, I always wondered, how many times he going to say wondered, what would Matthew Stafford be with the real head coach, offensive-minded head coach? Irvin told 97 on the ticket. What would he be with Andy Reid? If you can't get Andy Reid, then I want the next closest thing to Andy Reid. You see what I'm saying? He goes on to say, I want the closest thing to Andy Reid to get my quarterback who understands defense, who has a great arm, who has great talent to play with this kind of talent offense. From there, Irvin says Bieniemy can handle the rest, and I'm then going to ask Bieniemy, what are your thoughts towards the GM? Kind of cut off there. I can't say, hold on, let me close this out. They got this by who understands how to build the kind of offense you built in Kansas City, who understand how to go out and find great speed. You got Kenny Galladay, so you already got your main receiver, but you still want a guy, want to get a speedster guy, and that's what I've been saying. And I'm going to say, hey, Matthew Stafford, your last few years, buddy, we're going to get the most out of you and build this thing around you the right way. And I don't think he's ever had that. I agree. So that's basically where he went. Then he has some other quotes. Then he says, guys, I really do hope Matthew Stafford gets an opportunity just to see the back end of the playoff run as he's on the tail end of his career, because he's had a phenomenal career. And, man, he's had to deal with a lot of changes. Irvin said it would be nice to see that at least in his latter years. And maybe Irvin will see it yet. He just might not see it in Detroit. And at the end of the day, that's what we've been saying. We've been wanting them to build this team with speed. Usually you point not to the person in your division, the big team in your division. Pretty much the next phase in the NFL goes towards the Super Bowl team that seems like they're going to be contending for a long time. And right now that's that's the Kansas City Chiefs. So what you want to do is you want to get a situation where you look, all right, we might do some things offensively that they do, but we want to really build defensively. But what they do offensively, they took chances on speed guys, Harmon, Robinson. Tyreek Hill was a late draft pick, believe it or not, or mid draft pick just due to some issues he had off the field. We want speed guys. Offensive line ain't that great in Kansas City, but it's good enough. We want speed guys, and then what we want to do is we want to build a good defense, a dominant defense. What Kansas City done, they nose tackle, or they tackle in general. Chris Jones is the best defensive player on the team. So we want to get a good guy that can push the pocket. We want to get good edge rushers. You know what I'm saying? They got the kid from Michigan. I forget his name. He got in some trouble and failed. Frank Clark. We want to get, some solid D. We want to be better than Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Lions line is like right up there, damn near with Kansas City. You got the future running back. All you really need is the banger. But then really, none of the receivers should be coming back, to be honest. Even Quintez Cephas. Maybe he could be a fourth or fifth receiver, but you look at them, they got Sammy Watkins, somebody that can really run the routes and really dominate the slot and can run past some guys. They got a really good tight end, which we got one in, they got in Travis Kelce. We got one in T.J. Hawkinson. So we there. You got the tight end. You got a good offensive line. You got the running back. Let's say you got the quarterback. You got the number one receiver that they don't have. You got the big body receiver who can do everything. All the next thing you need is speed in the slot. Speed's the number two receiver. You know what I'm saying? And build that defense. Run that Trey Flowers contract out. Get rid of Jamie Collins. He old. Start rebuilding that defense. And in the process, you probably got to take a banger running back in the mid rounds, or you got to take a quarterback to succeed Matthew Stafford and develop him the next couple of years. But Michael Irvin speaking facts, in my opinion. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget, we're going to be live tonight sometime in the next hour or so. Hopefully, if I don't get it in the next hour or so, we'll be live tomorrow. Want to make a donation? Cash App CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate and share the video. Appreciate the love and support. Appreciate it. One time for the one time. We go.